All right, Facebook. Sorry, I'm getting in your face, guys. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I come on here and I get the nervous giggles. That's just me. I've always been that way, but it's a great feeling doing what you love every day. So hopefully you guys are following through on that aspect. But happy birthday, America, tomorrow. Where 56 guys got completely shit-faced. You should have seen the liquor list that they drank. That's why, dude, history lessons are great. These guys just got together, jacked down everything that was fermented and got totally obliterated and wrote the preamble, or helped write the preamble to our fate. That's one of the words in the quote box tonight of this country. And Lynn and I were talking about this on a drive couple days ago and really rattled my chain. People get this perception that fate, F-A-T-E, is a bad thing in life. So I've been spending the last day and a half rattling my brain, getting all this information to hopefully inspire you guys, because fate is not necessarily bad. It's how should we say, an attribute, if I can put it in that kind of terms, that we all have, that we are born endowed with in our life. But destiny gets in the way. What we do with the fate that we're endowed with is determined by how we use it, how you use the power tool. And that's why I come on here with America's Mentor. Had the great opportunity last night. Kurt, I don't think Kurt uploaded it yet, but I will. Jeff Griffin joined me last night on America's New Escape. You guys think you've got problems. Yesterday I had a migraine. I was like, yeah, that's no big deal. Big deal all day long. Jeff is paralyzed, and Jeff is a transformational coach, whereas I'm just a share of information. I tried that coaching thing, but I'd rather just share the information to a bigger audience. And Jeff goes, one-on-one all over the world. He does speeches all over the world. Really great guy. We talked about an hour. Kurt's like, shut up, stop talking. You can't keep talking all night long. We just kept going back and forth, because you get the meeting of the minds, like the people, like the 56 who joined each other in that stuffy hall in Philadelphia to draft the preamble to our destiny. You get the meeting of the minds. We don't shut up. We just sit and have the fermented stuff per se. But I'm going to get right to it. And I looked, and everything from the medical side of it, the spiritual side of it, the scriptural side of it, and they're all kind of falling in that same kind of paradigm. But they're all kind of denoted and connoted in different ways. That's why it's anybody's opinion of it. But fate, to me, brought up when, fate was always like the doom and gloom. It's fate that you're going to be a failure, meatball. No. Fate is an attribute, believe me. I'm going to read from Psychology Today out of the quote box tonight. Then I'm going to get to all the information, because we truly are our own self-fulfilling prophecy. But how we use this gift, and I say it a lot here in America's Mentor, how we use the gift that we are endowed with will determine our destiny. So here we go. Out of the quote box tonight from Psychology Today, fate is the territory where we must go if we are to awaken our inner destiny. See how it says awaken, enlighten us to use the gifts that we already have. The problem is we have this power tool called our mind. We don't know how to use it. A lot of us don't know how to use it. And other people come in there and they're putting thoughts and situations and experiences that are really screwing everything up. But we already have fate, the expected result of normal development, hence who we are as people. And destiny is something to which a person or thing is destined, hence to decree beforehand. What that means is how you think of yourself will determine what you bring to yourself. Psychology Today's quote is the medical part of it. The spiritual side of it comes from Carl Jung. I like this, because he said when the inner situation is not made conscious, hence knowing, it appears outside as fate. What that means is you're only creating what you're emitting. In other words, your energy, your state of mind every single day. That's from the spiritual side, as far as the metaphysical side of it. And there's another one from Ephesians now. This is what I mean. It's all the same thing. And I'm just here to reiterate to you guys not to be worried. We're all endowed with something to have, be, and do. We are gifted. And they said this, thousands of years ago in Ephesians 1:11. Coincidentally, 1:11, he goes, in him, in other words, in us, we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to the purpose of him, us, who works all things according to the counsel of his will. What does that mean? Is our choices. And what we do in life will determine, using that fate, that attribute that we have, to create our destiny from it. And I kept saying to myself, what is a better way that people can relate fate and destiny? And it was right in front of my face for the past couple of days in a reel that I posted from Abraham Hicks. I'm like, Meatball, this is like an hour before showtime. I'm just checking out my notes. I'm like, wait, this is right here. And here's a perfect example that will help you guys really understand and really grasp, because you can use this in anything in your life. Because the counsel that they're talking about in Scripture is our own thoughts, our own beliefs, and what we determine ourselves to be. That's the counsel. But here we go from Abraham Hicks, and here's a great example of fate into destiny, that your chosen destiny. This is how you do it, and this is how I speak of it all the time here in America's Mentor, and millions of other people who are doing this. And it should enlighten you to use that gift, whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be material or tangible or anything like that. It's internal. It's your mental state. I mean, your mindset is everything. I mean, peace of mind will, once that is obtained, the clarity and the visions that you want to have, be, and do become literally crystal clear. But you got to take out the garbage, man. You got to release what has hurt you. And here's a perfect example from Abraham Hicks. Give yourself the love you seek, and the universe will send people who match it. In other words, be that love you've always wanted to be, and the fate, because you always wanted to have that special soul or whatever you want in your life. All you have to do is be it, to give yourself that gift that you already have. Accentuate it, articulate it every single day, and you're going to be given it. That's going to be your destiny. Fate is just like the preamble of who you can become. But what counsel are you keeping is my question. Who are you listening to? The outside world, people around you, the past, the exes, the spouse, or are you listening to your heart? I mean, we already know what we want. I can guarantee you, all of you know what you want. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity. But it's up to us to use the gift that we have to create the destiny from that. You got to understand that inner peace of mind is going to open the door to everything you've always wanted. Because once you clean house, once you rebuild the foundation from a psychological aspect, you're going to build the most beautiful structure. And what she said was beautiful. Give yourself the love, or give yourself the abundance, give yourself the peace, and you are going to become that because it's already inside of you. Fate is nothing more, in my humble opinion. Granted, there's going to be some meatballs out there, I get it, and that's great because I just stated it in three different ways that are basically the same thing, but it's your opinion of it. Fate is not doom and gloom. It's actually a synonym in Webster's. I'm like, why? Why is it doom and gloom when they're stating specifically and succinctly that it is not? So please make your own choices, make your own decisions whenever it comes to your belief in this. But know that you are endowed with something. And what counsel you hold in that between your left and right ear will determine where it goes. That is fate into destiny. If you believe in love with all your heart and you give it out every single day, that same kind of love is going to magnetize right to you. If you believe that you are successful, you give that out every single day. You listen to the true counsel of what you want to have, be, and do. You are going to attract that. And it goes with every aspect of any tangible thing you want to create in life. But to me, I got past the ego on that, and I started to focus on the inner peace because I knew I had to clean the house. I had to take the garbage out in a lot of ways. Not in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. I love the experiences that I have, because thinking back on my own life, on my own fate per se, I love using my life as an example. And I denied this for decades. I mean, when I was like 10 years old or 12 years old, imagine, living in a 2-bedroom apartment with 12 people living in it, Meatball. All of them drinking literally 6 packs, plural, every single day. And guess who had to listen to these guys all the time? Had to listen to them whine and cry about how bad their life is. And here I am, a 12, 13-year-old kid saying, why don't you stop putting that in your body? Maybe you'll feel better. They said, how did you know that? I said, I don't know. It just comes natural. It was the gift that I had to help others, that I just expanded in different ways. We all have the same kind of attribute, and fate is that. It's a moldable, malleable way of thought of the gift that we already have. It just depends on how you use it. Those guys, the 56 guys who jacked in this stuffy room in Philadelphia, drank to oblivion, mind you, everything that was fermented, came up with a document that literally changed the landscape of a country. You can do that with your own life. You do it every day. You do it every day with your choices. The counsel that you keep between your left and right ear is going to determine your destiny. We already have the gift. I've noted it, denoted it, connoted it in all different ways, but it's virtually the same thing. And when you realize the gift that you have, you realize where you're going. There's certain people out there now that want to help people. Okay, fine. If you define helping people, I mean, there's a myriad of ways, from getting an acronym in the beginning or the back of your name as a doctor or whatever you want to be, or in a different area of the sciences. People limit themselves. When you realize you've got a gift. We all have something to give. And how you give it is totally up to you. The fate is in your hands. But sadly, we've been taught that fate is the doom and gloom of the world. No, Meatball. It's an attribute. It's our purpose. It's our gift to use in life to create the destiny that we want. And it's completely and utterly up to you. You can't use the past like those guys at my old home on State Street. They use their past as a problem, why they were jacking down, 3 6-packs, by the end of the night, and blaming life for their problems. When all they had to do was look in the mirror. How do I stop? Look in the mirror, Meatball. Figure out what's going on in your life. Then you'll realize you don't need to medicate yourself every single day to deal with life. When you realize what you have, and you realize the gifts that you have, you'll realize where you're going. And I'll read it to you one more time before I head out, guys. Fate. This is how, in psychology today, this is what they noted in psychology today. This is the physical aspect from a medical perspective. And that's why a lot of people believe in that. I do too. Don't get me wrong. I love that aspect in the medical field, in the metaphysical field, in the quantum physical field. I take all these realms of thinking and combine it into one little cupcake, per se, as a baker that I am. But psychology today, fate is the territory where we must go if we are to awaken our inner destiny. What are they saying? The enlightened gift that we have, the territory that we're afraid to go to. All of us have something that we're afraid, I can't really do that. You're right. You're absolutely right. And even Henry Ford said it. All the deceased notables said it. You are absolutely right. You have something to give the world. But it's totally and utterly up to you whether you want to go into that territory, awaken it, cultivate it, understand it, get better at it. That's going to be your destiny, guys. So enjoy the 4th of July. I got to work. So big friggin' deal. But I'm blessed to have what I have, guys. America's Mentor _radio. I hope this helped. I mean, literally, when you get down to different people's perspectives and you jumble it up in your own little cupcake, per se, of life, and understand it your way. Remember, it's not my way, it's your way that matters. When you understand it your way and your perception of it is striking enough where it makes the changes in your life, that's the success of it, guys. So like I said, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on X, guys. Join me, Jerry Maldonado 2, when the lights go out. for unique information to help you to your destination, guys. Enjoy the 4th, man. I'll talk to you guys soon.